Here we go.
This thing unfolds in 2018.
Earphones it.
All right, let's start with, who do we want to start with? How about we start with...
I guess if you've not seen this, in the first 20 minutes of this, he's just kind of going through... He thinks everybody's frauds and shills, and he doesn't want to be associated with Flat Earth, or doesn't want to have Flat Earth in his name, because Flat Earth has been taken over by government agents and retards. I think his words were exactly. So I'm not going to take him out of his position, because I am sitting in the same goddamn positions. Well, I never knew how funny I looked up. This is fucking hilarious. Here we go. Let's get this.
Let's start with this guy. Damn it. No, my phone wigged out for a sec. 1 second.
Let me move him along here.
He was like, look at that lady. We can say that Jake was assuming he is a man. I actually performed the physical experiments to prove it. Hey, did you see Flat Earth asshole melt down on the Antonio show? Flat Earth asshole melted down. He went crazy. I went on there to call this guy a tranny fucker to his virtual face, because that's what he is. He's a tranny fucker. So I went on there to call him a tranny fucker and to say my piece. And whenever I went to speak and say my piece, he would talk over me.
No, really?
And interrupt me. And he's louder because he's the moderator. He was in control of the hangout. So he kept talking over me, and I was just already irritated. So I got to the point where I just started screaming at him.
Right.
Fucker! You fuck trannies, motherfucker! Fuck you! And people are like, oh, this is perfect. Now we can say that Jake melted down and that he went crazy. Yeah. Right. It's like, no, I just get irritated that this guy even has a voice.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, actually, this guy right here had a romantic interest in Patrick Steer and flew him,
and her cats,
to the UK. Relations with Patrick Steer, and then we're supposed to listen to anything this guy has to say afterwards when tournament failed that badly. Just having a romantic interest in Patrick Steer is really bad. Seriously, anyone who watched Flat Earth with Other Hot Potatoes and was like, look at that lady. Wow, she's really hot. I'd like to fly her out here to the UK and get with her. Hey, Pat Steer, hot potatoes. What a fake plastic personality he is. So for Antonio to be attracted to such a fake plastic personality and then fly him out to the UK and then have sexual relations with him, and then he wants to act like he's got the best map and he's got the sun all figured out, but he couldn't figure out that Pat was a man.
Dude, he couldn't figure out.
Did the physical experiments to prove it. So, with that said, this is my farewell to you, Antonio. And he looks kind of dainty and like a lady boy.
Yeah, a little.
Transvestigation is not my strong suit. There are other channels that specialize in transvestigation.
Where's PK when you need him?
I would implore them to run a transvestigation on this guy, because looks pretty girly to me in a way, and he acts pretty girly the way he sits there and smokes his little cigarette. I've got the best map and I've got the sun figured out, and if you don't listen to me, you're stupid. And if you look at his hands, they're like dwarf hands compared to Patrick Steer's man hands. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if this is a male tranny. I would run a trans investigation. So with that said, Antonio, farewell. Keep running your little live streams while you sit there on your couch and smoke your cigarettes and tell everyone how you've got the map and the model figured out that no one else uses or ever backs you up on. I don't see any of the other channels going, Antonio figured out everything. It's perfect. If you really did create a perfect, flawless map and figure out everything, you would have all the globe heads going, holy shit. It's dumb, but this English dude, his model actually fucking works. Now we have to go back to the drawing board. No, they ain't doing that. Nobody's talking about you or your map or your model. That's why you have to talk about me.
Me, that's right.
To give yourself views and ratings, buddy.
That's right, buddy.
See you later, Antonio. You are a tranny fucker. Bye, tranny fucker.
Bye.
So that was Antonio. I know that was vile and tough for you, but what can I say? I'm Jake the asshole. I can't help myself. Who's next? Oh, we'll save Matt. We'll go to these guys. Oops. Damn it. My phone's messing up again. It's this little cord is what it is, not my phone. I need to get another little cord. All right, here we go. Now we got this crew. Oop. It's like it's blurry, isn't it? Anyway, so we got this crew right here. Shit. Let me try again. It's all blurry. I need to get a new cord. If this keeps screwing up, I'll just shove the phone up to the screen. I'm doing this live. Those technical issues happen, man. All right, there we go. There we go. So this is my farewell to this crew.
Let's see.
You got
on the left.
Deep inside the rabbit's asshole right there. He said I was possessed by demons because I went against the AE map and that I didn't want to attend the conference. So he claimed I was possessed by demons. Yep. And then you got D Marble here who walks around promoting the fake model of the flat earth, which he admits is wrong. He admits it's wrong, but he keeps selling it and he keeps walking around with it on his chest. And then he goes and bumps elbows with all these other controlled shills. And people still act like he's a real guy, you know. He's just a regular dude. You know, so farewell, D Marble. Good luck to you. If you are a real dude, well, you hang out with a bunch of fake ass people, and you are a fake ass person, and you're a controlled idiot. So if you are real, then you're a controlled moron. Congratulations. But if you are paid, well, you come off more like a controlled idiot. I actually feel like Marble's actually real, but he's just an idiot caught up in all this. Like, I'm going to go be a big old superstar at the convention. Yeah, they're going to pay for my hotel and shit. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm going to do some live streams with all these guys when I get there for my channel. So I feel like he's just a controlled idiot caught up in like the limelight of this. So I actually think Marble is real, but he's one of the biggest controlled idiots caught up in this garbage. Maybe one day he'll figure it out, but I wouldn't count on it. Sargent. Even back in my days when I was totally hook, line, and sinker into the AE map, I never ever got into watching Mark Sargent. I used to watch Eric Dubay and Matt Powerland were my two favorite guys. I've told you guys that many times. They were my two favorites. And Mark was talked about, but anytime I watched his videos, they were boring. So I always thought Mark's videos sucked and he was boring and not worth watching. And then once all the shit about him came out about being a shill, and he just like, he didn't do anything to dispel any of the rumors. If anything, he just started acting more and more like an agent. So, to me, this is the most obvious agent. And most, like, flat earthers agree, okay, Pat and Mark are Probably agents. But then they continue to follow these other guys who openly hang out with Mark and pose with Mark.
That's right.
That was the thing. I wasn't going to go to this conference and then have to run into all these guys. I would have loved to have hijacked a microphone and been the one guy to say, hey, maybe it's not about fucking hiding.
Now, wait a minute, Jake. What you just now said about D-Marble, Jake, what you just said about D-Marble, I said about you a year ago. Now, D-Marble's been around longer than you, so it's safe to say you were correct on him. But, Jake, you understand, you did a lot of hanging out with these people, Jake. Just like me, Jake, you did a lot of hanging out with these people. How long did it take me, Jake? About the same amount of time it took you, but I'll go ahead and let you continue.
God, maybe it's not about Jesus. Maybe it's not about that. Huh? How about maybe it's not what you guys are all saying? How about you let me talk? Let me fucking say what my opinion is, which is different from all yours. I would have loved to have hijacked the mic and been the one guy that was different during the speech. But I didn't want to go and have to rub elbows with all these losers and make some frauds. I don't want to have to, like, in the hallway, bump into Mark and Patty and be like,
stay the fuck away.
Yeah, are you having fun? Yeah, I'm having fun. Yeah, our rooms are really nice. Minibar too. So I didn't want to go be associated with all this fraud. And then you got Skiba. I never watched Skiba's videos.
Mr. Bible Presentation, yes.
I checked him out like a few times. Never sat there and watched too much. He seemed way too biblical.
Yes.
For me, nothing against Christians. It's just I don't like my truth being overrun with like biblical assumptions based on a book that men wrote.
Or dogma, period. Any sort of religious dogma.
I follow this guy, but when I see him standing next to all these other frauds, I just chalk him up to being another fraud.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And with his huge following,
he provides the Christian side to draw in the more radical Christians.
Yeah. You know? A flat earth church.
They want to pull in, fucking a lot of radical Christians. Absolutely. Nice, like that. Fucking A, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
I'm sure he could start a church and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. In
Probably.
fact, it wouldn't surprise me if 2018 is the year that the radical Christian flat earthers start their own church somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So look for that to come in the future. Mm-hmm. And of course, you got J-Dog here.
Oh, God.
You know, Jaron. Hey, guys, I'm Jaron. I'm the voice of reason in the flat earth. You know? Don't ever get crazy. I never raise my voice. You know? I always keep it cool, calm, and collected. It's the thing, all these guys, emotionless hacks. None of these people show emotion. They're all so calm.
Monotone, fucking, like you show up and pop, and they're like,
bitch, fucking liar.
That's right. That's right.
What's your problem, huh?
That's right.
Fucking liar. They're like,
absolutely.
Oh, look at this, Jake.
Dude, what are you doing? He's gone crazy.
You're supposed to just be an emotionless hack all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I'm going to run a radio and fail. And I need your money to fail.
To fail again. You're not going to lose your shit.
Fail again.
All right. I got to.
But you won't ever see me out on the streets
speaking
to the community. No. I'll go to the conference. I'll sit behind the computer screen.
Let Bob suck my dick.
All these guys are. They're keyboard warriors. Mark Sargent, he's always doing radio and TV interviews.
Mm-hmm.
See him walking around on the streets and talking that shit. Shit, this dude was probably scared to hang out with real flat earthers because he knows they'll fucking confront him. Most flat earthers don't like Mark, but then they somehow put up with like Jaron and all these other dudes. They're like, yeah, Mark's a shill. But I listen.
I love Jaron. Yeah, he's awesome.
When Jaron goes and smooches with Mark. Oh, well, it's okay to be friends with shills. You know, shills have to pay the bills too. So farewell, D. Marble.
Bye, D. Bye, Mark.
Inside the rabbit's
Bye,
bubble.
David.
Farewell, Rob. Skinner.
Bye, Rob.
Farewell, Jaren.
Bye,
and your
Jaren.
sidekick, fat ass Bob. Fat ass greasy Bob. You are the Robin to Jaren's Batman, and you got a mouthful of Bruce Wayne's jizz.
Oh
son.
yeah. There you go.
You have your mouth so far on Jaren's cock, dude. Nobody can understand a word you say. You're gonna be Batman. You should probably look into some healthier choices in life.
Oh shit. Especially.
So farewell, Flat Earth Conference crew. I hope the next conference makes you lots of money. I hope you guys get to charge them $300.
And they can really raid the minibar.
$500.
Got a banner.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Meet
And a
greet.
billboard.
Just charge them whatever you can.
Especially.
Oh, Flat Earth Core. Oh, I'm sure that's going to be amazing. Oh, wait, it's not Flat Earth Core. It's Field Engineers. FE Core doesn't stand for Flat Earth. It stands for Field Engineers. These losers are field engineers.
Ooh,
they aren't
nice.
Scientists. They're
Field engineers,
that
yes.
means they run the website to steal your money.
They're webmasters.
That is the definition of the field engineer.
Oh,
they're
so
not a scientist.
So they're not a
doing
scientist, they're a
experiments.
webmaster.
They're running the website,
Webmasters.
taking your money. That's
Webmasters
the
with a
extent of
PayPal
their
account.
job.
Yes.
Farewell, FE Core, in all the Flat Earth conferences. And to all the people who go to Flat Earth conferences and spend your money, farewell to you too. All right, who's next? Who's next? I don't have a picture of him pulled up yet. I forgot, but ODD.
Oh God.
ODD, the one guy I hoped it would have turned it around and came out.
Why? Because he's a fucking
out
artist.
stand.
He's a
But he
supposed
just cares
rapper
about
or
making money
something.
and growing his channel. That's
Fucking
all he cares
good
about.
God.
He doesn't want to do anything that'll upset anyone in the Flat Earth community. He's everyone's friend. He agrees with everyone. He even promotes people who brought up his rape charges and got him banned from the conference. Flat Earth
Wow,
Reset
he raped
claims
somebody.
got him banned from speaking at the Flat Earth conference.
Oh, Flat Earth
ODD
Reset pops
promotes
up again.
Eric Dubay promotes Flat Earth Reset. Why would ODD promote a guy who claims to have got him banned from the Flat Earth conference? And the rape charges?
Are they real?
ODD admitted to sexual assault in a video.
Ooh.
But it seemed really strange, the whole video, when he admitted to it. And then he took it down off of his channel. And then anyone who reposted it
Copyright
got
strike.
strikes from
Yep.
ODD. So
Yeah, he's done that before.
when you look into the story of what he actually did, there's conflicting information. And I'll let you guys
bet.
go digging. But what if it wasn't sexual assault? What if it was convicted of rape? He was convicted of full-blown rape on an underage person.
Yeah, well, we ain't gonna
What
worry
if
about
that was
that.
the case?
But
We don't
it
get to
doesn't
know
matter.
because, he put up his admission and he pulled it back down. He promotes Eric Dubay, who says Flat Earth Reset is a trusted source of information. This is easy for you guys to go look up. Eric Dubay says MGTV and Flat Earth Reset are trusted
shit.
sources of information.
MGTV can't be trusted any farther than you can throw him. That motherfucker is a content stealing bitch.
Because of his rape charges. ODD was the face of the conference. His face was on the billboard. He was like the main attraction at the conference. Suddenly, out of nowhere, just decides he doesn't want to go because Mark and Patty are shills. And his source, MGTV.
Let me tell y'all something. I know somebody at one time or another asked me if I'd ever heard of MGTV. MGTV started on fucking my channel. His very first hangout was on my channel. He posted a video not too long ago that was my video that only I showed him and Chris one night in the back end of a hangout before we went live. It is the Patricia Steer video that you see with the changes in the scenes going shoo, 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 Tracy did that video. I just gave her all the information and she put the video together. That's Tracy's video that MGTV claims that he doesn't know where it came from when he knows damn well it came from me or Tracy. Continue, Jake.
The same MGTV who makes claims about me receiving donations from IPS sock puppet accounts, and then when I proved that they weren't IPS sock puppet accounts, he admitted it, but he never went back and changed it in his video, and he never took his video down. The same MGTV who tries to paint me out.
Yeah, and when I showed him and Chris that fucking video, I had no idea that he was recording on his side, like he had OBS going or whatever he recorded it with. That was a private conversation. I was going to post that. That was before Tracy even started posting videos, and I was going to create an account just to post that video on. And he recorded that shit while I was playing it for him and Chris.
Is going crazy on drugs and melting down on Antonio's
of course.
little live stream, when in reality I was pissed off and calling him a tranny fucker. And he was pissing me off. So all these things tie together in my head, and it's up to you guys to tie your own knots. But if Eric Dubay is going to say Flat Earth Reset is a trusted source of information,
they're full of shit.
Reset says ODD is a rapist and got him banned from the conference, and then ODD is promoting Dubay's videos, that's a circle that doesn't make any sense.
It's a circle that doesn't complete itself.
If somebody was making false claims about me, I'm not going to promote that person, and I'm not going to promote other people who promote that person.
That's exactly right.
In fact, it would be quite the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So I think ODD's full of shit. He seems to have immunity. Like, what? Yeah, ODD.
Well, he's a rapper, man.
He has a huge criminal background.
But he does Flat Earth raps. He's like B.O.B. He does Flat Earth raps.
You were a cool guy in person, but all the moves you make outline a fake motherfucker, dude. And it seems like if you are not controlled, then you're in it.
He's never done any fucking research. Flat Earth raps. Flat Earth raps.
Cool for ODD.
Flat Earth rapper.
24-hour
I'm a rapper.
It's like a money machine that just keeps cashing.
Cha-ching,
all the time, 24
cha-ching,
hours,
cha-ching.
like every view, like 24 hours a day.
Well, who cares?
Just keep that running.
Don't even worry about it.
And just keep not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. Be right down the middle of the road.
Yeah, he's not
saying
saying
impossible map.
Yep.
Keep promoting Eric Dubay and everybody. Yeah, bro. Everyone's cool. Oh, but except for Mark and Patty, right? They're the only two shills in your book who you'll openly admit are shills, right? And it just coincided with the time when Flat Earth Reset happened to call and get you banned from the conference, that you also decided you didn't want to go to the conference.
Very interesting.
Funny how that all worked out. So yeah, there you go. Farewell, ODD. I had high hopes for you, but it didn't pan out. Good luck with growing your channel and making money, you sellout. Gleason tard. All right. And I know a lot of people don't like that because they think he can do no wrong. They're like,
he's a rapper.
He sucks at rapping. ODD, you suck at rapping. You have zero flow. Zero. Your raps sound like you read them. You read your raps. You read your videos and you read your raps. That's right. Go back and listen to any ODD song. There's zero flow. If you've ever listened to hip hop or rap, part of the thing that makes it cool, in my opinion, and hip, is the fact that you can flow your words to make them rhyme. You can flow one word into the next. It doesn't sound like someone's reading fucking script. If I go back and listen to Tupac, I love the way you activate your hips and put your ass out. You gotta wanting this about to pass out. I wanna dig you. I'm not gonna leave a lie about it, baby. Just alleviate your clothes. Time to fly about it. Right? I don't have, and I didn't say the N-word right there because I knew someone would turn it around against me. But
I think he.
Anyway, that was my favorite rapper, is Tupac. And if you go back and listen to any good ass rapper, they flow their lyrics together. They don't say, "I love the way you activate your hips." Wanting it so bad about to pass out. No, they flow their lyrics one after the other, right?
Damn.
So I think his raps suck balls, and I think he's a joke and a fake and a convicted rapist and many other felonies. And
always seems shady to me.
Truthful about his past either. So, sayonara, ODD, you're donezo. Oh, and if you don't like what I'm saying, feel free to smash the dislike button. I'm going to turn it off anyway, so it's not going to matter. And you can log into your sock puppet accounts and smash the dislike button. It's not going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. All right. Now, we'll go here. And we got to do the personal one. Matt.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. He's the only other guy I know that's done a lot of hanging out with Matt. To be sure, he's going to nail him. He's going to nail him.
Narcissist?
Or homeless tweaker. How about both? Yes, sir.
So this guy was an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
And, I will admit that when I did hang out with them, we did have some fun times where we would go hang out at a local bar, like in Sacramento, when he lived in California. And then he even came out to Modesto a few times, claiming that he needed to paint a floor. That he had a client in Modesto and he wanted to paint a floor, and then he would crash at my place. So
and you never see him paint a floor, though.
Go to the bars and cruise for chicks. This was before he met Katie, of course. So
is that the LSD chick plays keyboards?
I do somewhat miss the fun times with different friends I've had. I've had a number of friends throughout life that you just go your separate ways. You know, one thing leads to another. You just aren't friends anymore. And the one thing you do miss is those times you used to hang out, and it was fun. So I will admit there are some fun times when I hung out with this dude. Underneath his big charade is a person underneath there that actually will allow you to be friends with them, and that's a type of guy that
very briefly,
to be, a very talented actor who's been putting on a show from the beginning. And
not a good one.
It's not a coincidence that an MTV actor, who's also the stand-up comedian who first told everybody that the globe is a painting, just so happens to have also worked for NASA.
No, he didn't.
What are the odds that you have that many talents, Matt? That you're an actor connected back to MTV,
and a stand-up comedian who's only done one fucking comedy routine.
It's like a satanic.
Wait, stop, Jake. Jake, stop. You're breezing right over that. He supposedly created what everybody saw in the "Is it a photo or a painting" comedy routine. He also did it in French. He did it in French first. He did it in English second. And it's the only two comedy routines he ever did. And he never worked for fucking NASA. In his moments of lucidity, I cannot tell you what the fuck Matt is. I can't tell you that he was a fucking paid shill, because if you fucking ever spent 5 minutes with Matt, you just find it hard to believe that the fucking government would employ somebody who is obviously completely fucking fucked up in the head. I mean, this dude can't maintain for 5 minutes. And he's fun as hell for the first week that you know him. And then as a month draws down, you're like, man, I need to get this motherfucker out of my life right now. But about the time that happens, he'll turn on you. I imagine. I'm gonna guess that Matt turned on him. Matt turned on me, and I was a good friend to him. I tried to warn him about shit that was going down and stuff, and fucking he turned shit around on me. That's why I fucking kind of hit him every now and again now. think about Bill Hicks just for a minute on that note. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it could just be, well, I mean, there's no doubt about it. The Matt is cunning when you don't even know he's being cunning. So, I think that it's a little, I think Matt believes in the act that he was paid to do, and took it farther. That's what I think. I don't know about this guy. We're going to let him continue, but I think, all right, see you, Angus. I think that Matt was paid to do the flat earth photo or painting presentation, and I think that after that job he continued the act, and that's what I think, because he admitted me he never worked for fucking NASA, and I've never seen him paint anything except a goddamn floor, and he don't even fucking paint floors all that good.
TV was made to destroy rock and roll. And this, let me just go into this for a minute. MTV, when it first started, was awesome because they showed nothing but music videos.
Hell yeah.
And they showed rock and roll videos, rap videos, and pop videos, and it was awesome. When MTV first started, it was badass.
It was.
And it was like revolutionary. But I didn't see at the time what they were doing was they were taking music over and taking everything that was good from music. My passion, the thing that I fucking
well, they swapped it all out with fucking bullshit.
This is near and dear to me. MTV came along and took music and fucking crushed it. And
they swapped it out.
They took what was good and they slowly started adding reality TV into it. They started adding just garbage into the music to where the music
disappeared.
Was no longer on MTV, and MTV didn't have any music anymore. And it was just all bullshit. Garbage television. And when you watch MTV now, you would have no idea that at one time it was fucking revolutionary and it was awesome. Yeah,
if you watched the first damn month of MTV, you'd never recognize it as to what it is now.
That came in and took rock and roll and fucking killed it. And I am a rock and roller, a bass player, a musician, and now you can't get famous. You can't get like signed and go on tour anymore because
unless
of
you
what
Buck Harvey Weinstein or somebody.
Yeah. For anyone to be able to make it in music because of the repercussions of what happened with MTV. So let me tie it into this. An MTV show actor, MTV, the
gay
came
actor,
along and murdered real music.
MTV gay actor
Matt would be on an MTV show and also worked for NASA and also was a stand-up comedian who also got to tell the world that it's flat and that the globe is a painting. Like, what are the chances that this, in all the stories he's had to make up to keep that charade going, and
you catch him in it too. I've caught him a couple of times.
And I don't know how he has a golden fan base still following him. The biggest lie of all that this
because he's a lot of people's personal hero.
Is that he tells people he's going to go across Antarctica.
Yeah.
Matt, you know damn well you have no money saved up for an Antarctica trip. You know damn well you're just telling people what they want to hear. You're telling your gullible subscribers, your last few hundred remaining people who actually pay attention to you, you're telling them that you're going to Antarctica, and you're lying, dude. You are not going to Antarctica. You might, the closest Matt will ever go to Antarctica is if he pays the money to go on a cruise.
No, somebody would have to pay it for him.
Like from Ushuaia, they'll take you on a little Antarctic cruise, from South America. They'll dip on over there, take on a controlled cruise. But the voyage he talks about, like going across Antarctica
with all these machines and
fucking flat earthers,
want to have everything fucking yes.
It's retardation. It will never happen. And he says Vegas is gonna like take bets on it.
Yeah, that's how they're going to finance it. Yes.
I don't know how anyone ever bought into this story. I always thought it was like a cool like thing to say, but then after a while, I knew if it's never gonna happen, even if it sounds cool to say, it's like saying, "Man, we should all get together and go to the Rothschilds' house and kill the Rothschilds." Yeah, let's all just go to their house and kill them. Why don't we go to the White House?
Something impossible, something stupidly impossible, being led by
say that.
A complete
unless you have a plan put in place, you ain't doing it.
Or money,
Matt has this
a backer.
This act that he's going to go across Antarctica and prove the flat Earth.
How's that?
Let's say Antarctica is an ice chunk and you can travel across it. That doesn't mean it's flat or a ball. That's the thing. Traveling across Antarctica doesn't prove ball or flat, you fucking moron, Matt. That's where he's been leading you. He's been leading you towards an expedition that won't prove ball or flat. It'll just prove Antarctica is or isn't what you think it is. That doesn't prove curvature. Traveling across ice doesn't prove curvature, you fucking idiot, Matt. You lying fraud. You never worked for NASA. I looked you in your eyes, Matt, and I asked if you worked for NASA. And you, well,
that's him right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what he does.
Never said, yeah, I did, Jake. You didn't have to tell me details. You just had to look me in the eye.
Well, he told me, Jake. He told me he never fucking worked for NASA.
If someone says, hey, did you really go across and drive 10,000 miles by yourself and set up 9 flat earth gatherings across the United States? I'll say, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say, well, I don't have to I don't dance around the truth. Someone asks me a question.
That's a perfect impression of Matt. Goddamn.
Say, yeah, I did. Or no, I didn't. If I dance around, what does that tell you? And that's what Matt always does. Anytime anyone ever cornered him, like with the "Did you work for NASA?" he always danced his way out of that. So it comes down to this: somebody high up the ladder gave Matt a part to play. He's an old Hollywood actor, and they taught him how. Somebody taught him how to like paint floors with a mop and a fucking tennis ball taped to a broomstick. I've seen the way he paints floors. It's cool, but it's not like a
rocket science or
I've never seen him sit there and paint out a globe, and none of us have. He owns a painting of the globe, but none of us over the years have ever seen the dude sit there and paint out a globe. Wouldn't that have been the best video if Matt was to say like, watch this, I'm gonna start painting the globe, and in 6 months or a year or whatever, when I finish, you guys are gonna see, and then I'm gonna go around with this one and I'm gonna fake people out, and I'm gonna do another one.
Or just paint something for you right in front of your eyes.
I told him, hey Matt, why don't you paint the globe in like real time and show everyone how awesome you are at painting? Well, you see, like I already did that. So
win.
I don't have to. Now I'm just gonna like take a mop.
Ain't nobody seen you fucking paint a goddamn thing.
And then dip a tennis ball into paint and draw on the floor with it. Like, yeah, but that's not hyper realistic.
Yeah, draw me, bitch.
So, Matt, yeah, dude, your story has way too many holes. You lied about me way too many times, and then you broke a major rule. You basically attempted to snitch me out. When you said on a live stream, Jake has a car full of pot. And
no, he didn't.
You became a snitch.
Dude.
I'm from snitches.
Dude, hell yeah.
I'm not
saying
I'm gonna come kill you, but I'm just saying like
that's not a way to live.
Where I come from, if you pull that sort of move, especially after you buy my marijuana.
Oh,
like
no.
Matt bought some of my marijuana.
Of course he did.
Matt bought some of my psychedelic mushrooms.
I'm sure he
Him
did.
And Katie, they both bought my drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And then they told on me and called me a drug user and a drug dealer.
I shipped him some weed through the mail.
So I either sold an agent marijuana and psychedelic mushrooms, or Matt's just some crazy shit actor who actually thinks that he's going to go across Antarctica. And he's a snitch and a bitch and a compulsive liar. But I lean towards him being an actor and a fraud, and
good call.
Able to actually like have friendships with people. I think he's the one guy they let like go out and stay with other flat earthers, get recon, have actual friendships
Mm-hmm.
where he meets with you.
Yes.
I think this is the one guy they let go do that. Whereas somebody like Jaren, they keep him caged up, like, stay behind your computer screen, Jaren, and only show up to the conferences when we tell you to. Whereas this guy right here, like,
he's uncontrollable
and show up at your house and stay for a night or two,
mm-hmm.
and leave you wondering, like,
did he steal shit?
He plant spy devices in his house? Did he, like, spy on me or something? He actually showed up 4 times
shit.
to Modesto, and the first time he said it was to do a floor. The second time he said it was to repair that floor. The third time he said it was to repair that floor. The fourth time he said he had to repair the floor again.
Yep.
The fourth time
so he don't remember his fucking lies.
And he said he had to repair that floor again.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, either you really suck at
or you don't remember what the fuck you say
after you're done, or you're coming over here to spy on me and gain info. And either way,
or no, they want to get high off you for free or at a discount.
You're not as skilled and talented as you think you are. If your floor fails 4 different times and you have to drive to Modesto for, like, you do it once,
driving to see you.
They were
driving to see you. They were driving to see you.
So a lot of Matt's stories, like, there's a video. Seriously, this is how easy it is to make Matt look like a complete liar and fool. There's a video of Matt where he's standing in front of Mono Lake in California, and he says, "Where am I right now? Wouldn't you like to know? I'm at a place where you don't know about. And this is undisclosed to the public." So he's sitting there saying that he's in a place that nobody knows about, undisclosed to the public, when he's at fucking Mono Lake. And anyone who's ever drove past Mono Lake and went out to it knows it has certain features. It's called tufa. There's tufa coming out of the water at Mono Lake. It's the only lake that has these weird rock formations growing out of the water. And it's a tourist destination, not a huge tourist destination, but it is. And many, many photographers have gone there and taken great pictures of the tufa formations in the lake. And so Matt,
even hyper-realistic painters.
Where am I right now? Wouldn't you like to know? Look at this undisclosed location. And I'm like, dude, you're at fucking Mono Lake, you idiot. Like, Matt said dinosaurs exist and that the elites hunt them in the continents that we don't get to know about.
Yes. He said this many a times to me.
Said that.
Yeah.
So
yes,
he
has.
Said so many things that are just completely.
You can't even remember them all. They're so fucking wild.
Circling sun in the with the compass readings. He's like, yeah, well, there's a second sun going around there in Australia. Duh. He just, like, invented a new sun without ever telling us about the new sun or how it works beforehand. He just changes his story whenever. If you try to tell Matt to pinpoint what the flat Earth is and how it works, he'll tell you a different story every time.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is definitely a Hollywood actor. He's the one guy they let, like, actually roam around and spy on people and do recon. And it's sad that people actually think this guy's going to go.
Okay, he's not the only one that they had doing this. They also had some dudes out of Canada. I think one of them's name was Ronnie or something like that. And it was 2 dudes driving around in a car that wanted to make sure that all these other flat earthers was real. And they was only wanting to see producers and broadcasters. They weren't looking to meet you guys in chat. They were looking to meet guys like me and guys like him right there. And if you didn't want to meet with them for whatever reason that you felt like, you were just like, I don't know who the fuck you are. No, I don't want you coming over my fucking house. All of a sudden they'd start putting out videos on you saying, oh, he must be a shill. He must not be real. Because it's like, motherfucker, I don't know you. Why the fuck I want you showing up at my goddamn house? Dumbass. Anyway, go ahead.
Fucking Antarctica. And that Vegas is going to bet on it and all that horse shit that he talks about. It's a pipe dream. And for the love of God, quit abusing that poor guitar, Matt.
Good Lord, yes.
Matt, if anything,
stop playing.
Man's a man. If you want to learn how to play guitar, you have to have a friend who knows how to play guitar. Your buddy Jock or whoever. Have them teach you a few chords. There's a thing called a power chord. It's really easy. You can move it all over the fretboard. It's perfect for beginners. Have Jock teach you
the
3
power chord.
Then go home, right? Go home and play alone. Take your chords and smoke on the water.
That's right.
Smells
Something.
like teen spirit. Just start with something easy with chords and try to make your instrument make a noise that is somewhat pleasant to someone's ear. Because right now you don't know not one single guitar chord and you're just guessing with your fingers. And the guitar wasn't invented for people to just guess notes to a not beat, okay? At least play notes
A not beat
on the guitar in an order that makes some sort of musical sense that can ever be pleasing to someone's ear. And if you're ever going to do that, you have to start by learning a chord, and then 2 chords, 3 chords, and then you can start to learn little easy songs. You have to sit at home and practice the guitar, Matt, by yourself. When you can make a few sounds that aren't too bad, then you can show your friends, and then you can say, hey guys, look.
Yep.
See?
Yeah.
And then we can go, cool, you're getting better. But when you try to make up all your own guitar chords when you have absolutely no knowledge of how to play guitar,
Just sounds like you're killing the guitar.
It is terrible to the viewing audience, and it's disgraceful to real musicians. You say you're a painter. Now, if I was to say I'm a painter too, I was to take water, binder paper, and start painting it and say, look, I'm a hyper-realistic painter. I painted your globe. That would piss off real hyper-realistic painters, right? If I said I'm a hyper-realistic painter, and I haven't painted since I took an art class in college, so if I tried to paint, it would suck. And if I said I'm hyper-realistic, and then I was like, watch me, I'm better than everybody, then it would be disgraceful to real painters. And aren't you supposed to be a former stand-up comedian, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
It would be like an open mic comedian who's brand new to comedy, thinking that they're going to waltz out on camera and have an hour-long HBO special. You don't have an hour worth of material when you first start in comedy, right? Right, Matt? Day one, Matt, did you do an HBO special and have an hour worth of comedy? Or did you have to practice your routine? Did you practice your routine to get better? Did you, Matt? Or did you just go out there on day one and just make it all up on the spot and hope that everything fell in place? No, you practiced your routine and you started at open mics and you worked your way up to bigger and better shows.
No proof of that.
They let you get on camera.
No proof of that.
And then you delivered your lines in a sequence as they've been practiced and timed out, right? But you want to jump on your guitar and just make up notes and disgrace the instrument and disgrace musicians. Just learn a few chords, dude. For the love of God, quit destroying. Rock and roll is very personal to me. And when I see someone pick up a guitar for the first time and want to learn, I'm like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's right.
The best guitar player in the world had to start on day one and suck ass and learn how to play. But you don't start by going live in front of your whole audience and just wanking and making things up that have no musical relevance whatsoever. Have Jock teach you a few chords. Learn how to play. You're disgracing music. You're disgracing rock and roll. If you want to be a liar and a fraud, that's fine. But when you start disgracing rock and roll, that's actually what bothers me the most right now. So for the love of God, learn to play the fucking instrument somewhat correctly. Farewell, Matt. Farewell, dude. You were a good actor, and you were fun to hang out with those few times. But you're a fake fraud.
All right, Richard, I want to go pee, and I'll pause it for a minute. Everybody go pee. If you gotta pee, go pee. right, y'all let me know when you're ready and we'll restart. Or we'll pick it back up. Hurry up, Richard. So far, this dude is dead on. Hold on. Alright, hold on, we're waiting for Richard to get back. So hang on, Eugene, we're waiting for Richard to get back. He's an old man. He probably had to go take his blood pressure medication or something. We were all a part of it, Eugene. See, even though me and him I never even did a hangout with this dude, so I don't know him. I've seen it. I seen his videos when he first came out. But then when he was hanging out with fucking the Globebusters and stuff like that. And you gotta understand, I'm the only one that y'all know. I'm the only fucking dude out there that got invited on the Tater Show, refused. Got invited on Globebusters, refused. Got invited on fucking all these other shield. The only person I ever hung out with one time was or did an interview or whatever with was Nathan. And I don't really mind Nathan, even though he's a useful idiot, just like that D Marbles guy. He's just a useful idiot. I don't take it, you know. I can talk to him. Oh my God, Ryan, this is fucking hilarious. This is fucking hilarious. This dude, I wanted to send him a message that said something like, I had no idea what I wanted to send a message saying, you have no idea that the people, the couple of thousand people that's following you, when you talk about Matt being down to his last 100 people, this dude in a year from now, he's gonna be hanging out in a little crowd like us. He's gonna have 15 people fucking watching him at any given time. Because everybody will fucking hate this dude. Everybody will fucking hate this guy, and everybody will remember his name just like they all remember my name, just like they remember Tiger Dan's name. Everybody remembers. They don't remember what we say. They just remember what everybody else says about us. So we're not waiting for Richard anymore. There you go.
And you're a narc. You know, you attempted to narc me out. And
that is fucking bullshit. I sent Matt some weed in the mail because he was fucking Jones, and he was like, "Oh man, I ain't had nothing in forever," and fucking, and I sent him a fucking little bit of weed, and I was kind of paranoid about it. I made sure there wasn't no fingerprints. I hadn't put my return address on it or nothing, but shit. That's fucked up. Let me back up a little bit.
Fine. But when you start disgracing rock and roll, that's actually what bothers me the most right now. So for the love of God, learn to play the fucking instrument
guitar
somewhat correctly. Farewell, Matt. Farewell.
Farewell.
You were a good actor, and you were fun to hang out with those few times. But you're a fake fraud, and you're a narc. You attempted to narc me out, and that's a big no-no. And then you bring up different girls who I've slept with over and over and over again on your streams, and you mention them by name and tell stories about what they told you. That's really
sounds
high
familiar.
School girl type bullshit.
Exactly.
You're bringing up women who I've been with and things that they told you.
Right.
Since I no longer see them anymore.
Yeah, but they'll talk
and
to
the fact
him.
that you bring that shit up on your live stream. You gave out my phone number on a live stream many times.
No.
You're not to be trusted at all. And if I ever saw you,
I'd punch you in the fucking nose.
Just sock you in your fucking face. And you are bigger than me, but you ain't nastier than me, dude. And you're the one guy that lied so many times and made up so many things to where it's personal between me and you, dude.
Absolutely.
I think if I ever ran into you again,
I'd punch him in the fucking I would punch Matt in the fucking nose if I ever saw him again. I would fucking punch his ass in the fucking nose. That's the goddamn truth. If I ever saw Matt, I would punch him in his fucking nose. And then I might even kick him in his crotch just to make sure he had nuts. Goddamn right. He acts like a little fucking girl.
Right? I might just pop you in your stupid narcissistic face.
Nice.
All right, Matty boy. Later, loser. Have fun with your terrible, terrible guitar playing in your unwatchable live streams, buddy. You're never going to Antarctica. Farewell, Matt. Whew, man. Gone, done. Never gonna watch that guy again. Never gonna listen to his guitar playing. I hope he gets better though.
We tune in for fun.
All right, this is it. This will be the final farewell here. Look at that. Who is that?
Oh, what a sweetie.
Lady boy.
He's a sweetie. Yes, he is. He wears girls' clothes so good.
Mr. Eric Dubay, you were actually my favorite flat earther, even more than Matt. At one point in 2015, I started watching flat earth videos. You were my favorite. You and Matt were my two faves, and you were above him because Matt sucked ass at coming up with scientific arguments, and you seem to have the more scientific approach to flat earth.
Sounds familiar.
And when you told me it was flat and I found out the earth wasn't a globe and a lot of what you were saying was true, it changed my whole world forever, and it'll never be the same. But I trusted you. When you told me it was flat, like at that point I started trusting almost anything that came out of your mouth. And so then when you would make shit up that's provably wrong, like there is no South Pole, we're surrounded by an ice wall, the stars don't go the opposite way in the southern hemisphere, it's just perspective, there's only one sun. Ignore the compass readings down south, they're all wrong. Yeah, once I started to see that you were spreading misinformation and lies, and I can even leave the Hitler thing out of it, just say the fact that you were spreading unproven claims about the flat earth, and you weren't admitting to people that you actually don't know. You never admit to people, like, I don't know, you don't say maybe we're surrounded by an ice wall.
Wait, stop, Jake, stop. Eric Dubay never came up with proof one. Eric Dubay only provided already historical stuff out there, and whether he put it all together or somebody put it together for him, If you look, Dubay and Matt came out together. Not together, but at the same fucking time. Basically at the same fucking time. But see, nobody knows for sure exactly which one, because they were in different places. Facebook, they were on fucking YouTube. And then there was Bales was in there too. He was the black end of it. He was their D Marbles. See, that's the thing, is like all these different generational flat earth groups, they all got their token black guys, and they got their radical Christian base, and it's just, it goes way, it's just so off the fucking deep end. But they all kind of start the same way. They back off the same way. The new generation comes in, and it's like it's weird. And I'm glad that he put this video up, because this is a more or less, if there was 3 people doing this that were all kind of in the same place, or about had been in the same place, 3 people could triangulate on all this, just like I'm sitting here letting him talk, and then I'm going to stop him, and I want to kind of triangulate on what he's saying. So you can know his experience and you can know my experience at the same time, to know what I agree with and what I disagree with, or what I see different or saw different. Now, Eric Dubay never made the first proof. You can't even prove he even made his own videos. You can't even prove that he exists sometimes. I mean, yes, I know that dude right there in that picture is a real person. I know that. But he never provided any proofs other than what was already there. He never thought through anything. That's why all of his interviews were always scripted. All it was him regurgitating a video that he had read off of a card. Matt was different. He was an actor. Then they put him on fucking stage and made him practice this little fucking routine. It was the only routine he ever did. He did it in English and did it in French. When they hit YouTube, they never really tied into, they kind of had their little battle and a pretend lawsuit and stuff like that. But they pretty much just kind of, this was the first 2 main camps. When I say, hey, the PSYOP, how it does is it creates all these damn camps, and then all these camps fall under the same goddamn bullshit umbrella. These were the 2 original camps. You had the Dubay camp and the fucking Powerland camp. I was in the Powerland camp, and so was he. And the reason why that is because the Dubay camp, it doesn't consist of anybody. You might think, and he might think that, like, Flat Earth Reset or whatever this guy's, the only reason Dubay reached out to anybody, I don't care if it's Flat Earth Reset or who, it doesn't matter who he reached out to, it was the first guy he ever reached out to. And all this time, for Eric Dubay to reach out to anybody and say, oh, this guy's a good guy right here, this is a good guy right here. That's impossible, because Eric Dubay never does that. Never did that. Of all the fucking people that's come through with fucking excellent shit, and he gonna reach out to what? Who? Flat Earth Reset? I'm sorry. What fucking proofs is he responsible for? Where are all his proof videos? Or did he just put up videos of Eric Dubay shit like Odd Reality? Matt was a fucking actor. They put him on a stage. I don't know if they told him to carry on after that because he's uncontrollable and fucking ridiculous, and they figured, well, he can't hurt us, and if we're trying to damage this or fucking do a limited flat earth fucking hangout or whatever we're going to call this fucking psyop, you know, we can't control this dude. He's clearly fucking lost it. So just let him fucking roll on. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing with his life anyway. I mean, look at him talking about Matt. And this guy Dubay, you don't know a goddamn thing about him. I don't care who you are. You don't know a goddamn thing about him. You hear me, Flat Earth? Reset? I don't care what you think you know about Eric Dubay. You don't know a goddamn thing about him. Nobody does. He's an enigma. Go ahead, continue, Jake.
In every one of your interviews and all your videos, you said we are surrounded by an ice wall. You said the AE map is the flat Earth map. You made a shitload of claims. You never went.
No, but they're all the same claims in every interview he ever did. He never went outside of this box that he was in, this domed in fucking thing. I mean, it was just his video regurgitated. The questions would be the same. It didn't matter if it was some unknown girl at some place or some unknown guy to some other place. They all asked him the same fucking intro questions and these questions, and he always answered the same fucking way. It was just scripted as shit.
Back and qualified any of them, and you still aren't doing it. And 2018 will probably be the year you and Neil deGrasse have your fake controlled debate, and he's gonna
mop the floor,
debunk your circle map and your circle sun with the ice wall, and then you're going to hail Hitler, and it's going to be a big joke. That's another reason why I'm glad I can not be associated with Flat Earth, is when and if that does go down, my name won't be tied to Flat Earth. People won't say, oh, Flat Earth asshole. You mean like that one guy who hailed Hitler after Neil deGrasse destroyed him in the Flat Earth model? So if that controlled debate comes this year.
Not only that, but he'll probably show up in a Hitler-esque fucking Nazi uniform. If that debate ever occurred on TV or otherwise, I can guarantee you Dubay would be sent in a Hitler-esque looking uniform. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I would bet fucking money on it. Since I don't have any money, I bet whatever I got laying around here that you think you would like, as long as you can reply with the same kind of shit if you lose. Continue, Jake.
He's going to lose. The AE map, circle sun, ice wall bullshit was meant to be taken apart.
Yes, it was.
And then when it's taken apart, his last leg to stand on is Hitler's amazing, and you should hail Hitler all day. His
Absolutely.
rap song says he doesn't give a flying fuck what you say. He represents the flat earth and hails Hitler all day.
Yes, he does.
If your words are that you hail Hitler all day, that's not the same as saying you believe in World War II revisionism. That's just like a straight up Nazi statement.
Yeah.
So I'm glad
that's right. You got to be able to differentiate. You know, somebody that doesn't believe that all these Jews got fucking murdered by Hitler is not somebody that walks around hailing fucking Hitler. Understanding history revision is not fucking walking around throwing the damn Nazi salute up. And it wasn't just a Nazi salute, Jake. It was an American salute. It was the way we saluted the American flag early on in America. But continue.
And distance myself from your controlled Nazi stance that you were rolled out to do. And I'll also point out that you're also a fake keyboard warrior. I've never once seen you go around in Thailand and tell people that the earth is flat. You never have once came back here to the United States and put on flat earth gatherings and visited with your fans and supporters. So I think you're fake as fuck keyboard warrior.
Yes.
You know? Yes. And you never never really did much for the flat earth other than plagiarizing Samuel Rowbotham's work and reading other men's books.
There you go.
And Paul Michael Bales took a lot of credit for sending you those books. And then when I confronted Paul Michael Bales about the flat earth map being wrong, circle sun being wrong, ice wall being wrong, he ran like a bitch and wanted no part of me. So the guy that sent you the books that you read from
exactly what they do.
Didn't even have the balls to debate me on any of those books anymore. He claims it's a CIA rolled out operation and he doesn't want anything to do with it. So you got your books from a guy who was too chicken shit to debate me.
Paul Michael Bales did say it was a rolled out CIA operation and nobody ever saw him again. Paul Michael Bales was the third flat earther on YouTube. And all three of them rolled out together, but the token black guy was rolled out silently on the black crowd. That's why you don't see a lot of black flat earthers in your crowd. The black flat earthers have their own crowd and they only hang out with other black people. Very rarely will they have white people on. They'll have their token white people. You don't have to believe me just because I say it. Just look for yourself. Just look for yourself. You'll see that everything that this guy has said tonight is true, and you'll find out everything that I'm telling you is true. And the black flat earthers, man, they got their own crowd, and it's a radical Christian crowd. And the black guys act like they don't want no white people in it, like in their groups. And then you got the white people that only have like the token black guys, so they all look like they're fucking racist. And like whenever you do, like I remember hanging out with a black guy one time, and fucking next thing I know, fucking there's people giving him shit and people giving me shit. I don't even understand why, and it didn't make any sense to me. It made sense to me after a while, but at first it didn't. There are a lot of different reasons as to what they did and how they did it and how they're going to show it in documentation. And that documentation will probably include yours fucking truly. Continue, Jake.
Me. And I begged you to have your subs put a compass on the sun in the southern hemisphere, but you wouldn't do it. You're too chicken shit. Instead, you chose to dress up like me and imitate me.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I found out for sure you're a controlled bitch. And you were meant to destroy the flat earth movement in a controlled debate. And I foresee that coming this year, 2018. So good luck in your controlled debate, Eric, against Neil deGrasse. They don't wheel out Neil deGrasse or Bill Nye to lose, people.
Nope. No way.
If you think the TV, the mainstream media, is going to help the flat earth get out to the masses in a good way, think again. Mainstream media is controlled. They aren't going to wheel out a Disney character like deGrasse or Bill Nye and have them sit across from this guy and lose. Their script will be on point. The studio audience will be laughing every time they debunk this dude.
Yep.
So you and your unproven claims and your minions of followers who blindly follow your unproven claims, farewell.
Now, also, let me add this. This is also what you like, all the debates that you've seen between the biggest, most popular flat earthers, right? When they have gone into these debates, the pattern is, let's just say it was Jaron and Red's Rhetoric, or Morgile and some other guy, or fucking Eric Dubay and him, or what, it doesn't matter. All of them, they all have a pattern when they debate. They go into the debate trying to defend a map or a model that they cannot prove, when all they're there to do is disprove the globe model. That's all they're there to do. They're not there to prove it's flat. They're there to prove that it's not a fucking globe. But what do? Or that it might not be a fucking globe. We're tearing their model apart. You can't prove your fucking model because you don't own a fucking spaceship. But let me tell you how all the debates go down. The flat earther loses and then makes a fucking rebuttal video. That's how every flat earth debate you've ever seen gone down, whether it was with Jaron or whether it was with Mark Sargent and fucking Tim Osmond on the phone even. Or fucking Morgile and whoever. They go into a debate, they toss the fucking debate, and then they turn around and the flat earther makes a stupid fucking rebuttal video after they lose the debate. That's the pattern. And that's exactly what will happen. But it'll be something like that. It'll be something like he'll show up and fucking do something like throw a Hitler salute.
Farewell, Eric Dubay. You were once my favorite. And it actually bothers me the most that I fell for your bullshit.
I feel the same way about Matt.
Some people say, well, what is it about Eric Dubay? You really seem to like go after him more than anyone. It's because he was my favorite.
That's right.
Like, I enjoyed his work so much. And now, like, I can't stand the fact that I fell for it and that other people continue to fall for it. And after all I've pointed out and proved that he's wrong,
it doesn't even matter. People still go along with it.
So, I can't help you. If you want to follow a Nazi fraud who is going to lose a flat Earth debate with disinformation, go for it. It won't be associated with me. So farewell, Eric Dubay. If you ever dress up like me again, I hope it's funny and your stupid idiot subscribers think it's hilarious. I won't watch it. I'm not going to ever watch any of your videos ever again. Any of them. You're all gone. You're all dead to me. There you go. I think I pretty much wiped my hands of these people. So there you go. I know it was dramatic. It was mean.
Not really.
Divisive.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm no longer in the flat earth. I'm going to make videos about NASA being fake still. Okay. I can still go after NASA. I can make videos about chemtrails, Gwen towers, cell towers, silent weapons used against the public, Rothschild banking, all sorts of stuff. Man, there's lots of cool stuff to talk about. And dare I say, more important. Yeah, that's right. I think dumping fluoride and poison in our water is more important, and I don't see anyone like doing anything to get that stopped, you know. And I don't see the people who are doing stuff to get fluoride stopped. I don't see them infiltrated with this wacko cast of characters.
Yes, they are, Jack.
You know, like
Jake.
the anti like fluoride in your water.
No, Jake. They are wrapped up in everything, Jake. Don't make that mistake, motherfucker. Don't make that mistake. Don't think it's just flat earth, dude. They are all over fucking YouTube. They are all over every goddamn thing. Everything, Jake. I'm gonna stop you there because I don't want you to say anything else that's gonna make me think that you ain't woke up. So you just stop there. Just stop there. Okay? Stop there. That reminds me. Something I caught earlier.
The US Army is planning to boost its online activities. It's now on a hunt for a software tool which can understand and respond to posts on foreign social media.
Now, 30 years after the Blackbird, the SR-71 Blackbird, 30 years into its service, you found out it was real. 20 years after the stealth fighter, which is actually a stealth bomber, 20 years after it was actually invented, you heard that they were looking to create a stealth type bomber or a fighter that would be invisible to radar. Yet they had it 20 years before. They denied the SR-71 Blackbird all the way up until the day that Gary Powers got popped out of the air by the Russians. Now, anytime the army or military says that they're looking to get something, they're looking to have something made or anything like that, it means they already got it. So regardless of how this guy frames this right here, understand this is an action right now. They don't never tell you shit until it's already been in the works for a long time. And then it turns out to be a conspiracy theory later on when people are saying, hey, it seems like it's just a bunch of bots. And people are going, oh, no, they don't have that shit yet. You just fucking, No, they're telling you what they got now. They never tell you what they're working on unless they already got it. So don't be a dumb government dumbass.
Media sites and potentially sway opinion. But isn't it something the US has been advocating against? Lee Petrenko explains.
The classic bots have been out there for ages, and we know what they're usually used for. That is sending out spam messages, in some cases performing hacking attacks. But it seems that Uncle Sam is after something much more sophisticated here. If you go online and check out the US Federal Business Opportunities website, you will come across a Pentagon request from earlier this week, and this was something that really caught our attention. What the US Army wants right now is a software system that will be able to translate between languages, most notably Russian, Korean, Farsi, and Arabic. And we all know which countries these languages are spoken in.
This kind of technology, this kind of translation technology is already out there though, isn't it?
Hold on, Kev, because for now I'm far from giving you the full list of requirements. The tool is meant to understand and know how to use correctly dialects, slang, and even emojis. Plus, it must be a tool that is capable
even
of
emojis.
analysis. All these millions of posts, comments, and replies, and we all that these things can be really dodgy, are to be analyzed for emotion and sentiment. That's how complicated it gets.
Key question is, I guess it's probably obvious, but what's it going to be used for, potentially?
They want the software to be able to communicate with users online. Maybe not 100% like a human being, but somewhat close to that. Just take this requirement that I have printed out right here. It is the ability to generate at least 3 or up to 10 unique statements derived from the original social media statement while retaining the meaning and the tone of the original. Again, the software will...
Okay. Automated capability to create at least 3 and up to 10 unique statements derived from one original social media statement. So it can look at a social media statement. Let's just say it's a social warrior statement. And then off of that statement, it can create or generate at least 3 and up to 10. I would say probably up to 10,000 unique statements. Because I know back when I used to spin comments for fucking spamming links, for business. When you wanted your website to rank, you had to like spam your fucking links everywhere. And you could do it a lot through WordPress comments. So you could use automated software to reach out and find WordPress blogs that had keywords that were related to your business keywords, and that software would go into the comment section. This is fucking 10 years ago what I had in my hands as just a normal guy on the web. That's 10 years ago. I had software to fucking reach out to all kinds of goddamn WordPress blogs and all other types of blogs and fucking drop comments in their fucking comments section that were automated, that were made up comments by the software itself, that could make comments up but would carry the same keywords that you inputted or related terms or related keywords. And that's what people like me, and I paid like $19 for that shit. It was called Scrapebox is what it was called. Scrapebox. You can look it up. Scrapebox. They still use it today. I don't know how much they charge for it, but I paid $19 for it, and man, I could set it and fucking in the morning before I'd leave to go run my service calls, and by the time I got back, I would have had 1,000 to 10,000 fucking links spammed out there just for the day. So this is what that means. Automated capability to generate, create at least 3 and up to 10 unique statements derived from one original social media statement while retaining the meaning and the tone of the original. So not only does the software now, it just doesn't pick up on your keywords and even with Scrapebox, sometimes the comments don't pop up just right, like 100% of the time. Sometimes they're a little screwy. Well, this one's saying no. This shit, it keeps the meaning and the tone. So if the statement that somebody gave in a comment was angry, it would keep that angriness.
Well, monitor and analyze its own impact from the messages that it sends, then adjust. Plus, it also needs to be self-taught in a way that it can learn from its own mistakes and then improve and upgrade, which provides potentially unprecedented opportunities for influencing opinion online.
Of course, can't be...
Meaning, it'll drop a comment, and how other people reply to that comment. It learns from how other people are and it would adjust its new comments accordingly. Ron, I think you must be early on or catching up or something. I'm not sure where you're at. We're looking at a RT video. All right, let me continue.
Going without notice, the irony of this big plan is that it's hot on the heels of US leaders complaining about all the potential fuss about online interference from other parties, other countries around the world.
Yes, Kevin. In the case when Russian troll farms and bots, they're all over the media, news about that. The first question that I'd ask the Pentagon, what is your intention, guys, for this particular new project? We sent them out a request to comment. They didn't get back to us for now, but the languages, i.e. the regions, will give you a hint. And also, some experts have already told us that it's part of a U.S. campaign, could be, to expand their online influencing capabilities, something that they have been up to for years. But really, the sophistication of this new project, machines being able to analyze the emotions and the sentiment of comments online, that is something alarming.
It's kind of scary. We discussed the issue with NSA whistleblower William Binney and the former MI5 agent Danny Mashon. They outlined some of the implications of using these bots.
What they really want to do is be able to monitor voice communications or any kind of communications, text, and be able to assess it and check it for threats or things like that, or even...
Okay, well, obviously, William, they're not trying to solve any threats. They've never solved a crime and never solved a pre-crime. The only crimes they've ever solved were the crimes that they were setting people up for and creating themselves. They're using this fucking shit, Benny, to push a fucking narrative, one narrative or another. Benny. All right, well, I think Eugene's right. I think we should be done with this. See, it's also a good way to make people distrust each other, is to infiltrate it with bots. And once people understand and start realizing that all their shit might be bots, and all their commenters might be bots, and maybe even all their chat participants might be bots. Well, they'll lose interest in what they're doing real fast. I know I would. If I came in and fucking I started thinking that fucking everybody that's in my fucking chat is a bot, I'm gonna lose interest in what I'm doing. And they know that. I look at how these things would affect me, not you. I look at how they affect me, because I only know me, because you might be a fucking bot. I only know me, and I know that if I thought everybody in my goddamn chat might be a fucking bot, I'd lose interest in everything I was doing on here. I would walk away. I don't know what else I can do. Maybe y'all could help me. Because the way the software is now, I can guarantee you, if they're willing to admit to that much, it's 10,000 times worse. Meaning, they could have fucking chat bots in your chat that are listening to you speak and formulating comments to put in chat that relate to what you're talking about. So maybe I'll just leave it up to y'all. And I'll think about it too. How can you determine real or bot at this point? I have to assume if there's a 1% chance that fucking most of my damn commenters and chatters are fucking bots, then I have to ask you for your help. Because a bot wouldn't help me and couldn't help me. Well, yes, Ron, you can buy me a cup of coffee. It's Jeff at bftv.me. If you want to PayPal, a tip for some coffee, that's just fine. I know you got plenty of money in your damn pocket. You can send me all the damn money you want to, Ron. I'll take every fucking penny you send me. You probably just closed on a house yesterday and made like $150,000 or something. Yeah, I'll take your tip, Ron. I know you ain't on fucking food stamps. That's what I'm saying, Ty. We gotta figure out a way to. We gotta figure something out, and we're all gonna have to work on this together. Because anything that I propose is going to seem authoritarian. And because my proposals, I'm not sure exactly what level I gotta start at, so I would say, well, let's start at level 10 if that's the highest, and then we'll dial it back if it's too much. Because I'm not interested, or I don't care if I got, to be honest with you guys, do I mind being a blocked and banned channel with fucking less than 20 people watching me at any given time? No, I don't really, because I've watched fucking chat fly when there's fucking 100 or 200 people in, and man, you can't even keep up with what people are saying, and you can't even make any friends. You can't get to know anybody at all. I'd rather fucking hang out right here with fucking 20 people that I fucking know, that I feel like I know, and then a fucking 100 people that I don't have any idea what they're even saying because the shit's flying so fast. care about the same things today that I cared about on here fucking a year ago. I used to care about fucking how many subs I had or how many views I was getting or whatever. I mean, I really don't give a fuck anymore. I wish everybody would, you know, fucking make their own damn videos and tell what they're feeling and thinking, and because it won't be too much longer before they can fake that. I mean, we've already seen the GANs. We've already seen the fucking adversarial fucking network shit where it's just composing people out of nothing, out of thin air. And then it'll have them talking pretty soon and live streaming. They'll be live streaming bots. And I know it sounds fucking silly and it sounds wrong. And I hear you. I'll still take that coffee. But I mean, really, when they get to where is it supposed to go, and where am I supposed to feel comfortable? I'd rather sit back and point the shit out, and then make 100 other people point shit out that make another 100 people point shit out. That's what I'd much rather be. I don't know, except I am not a bot. That's exactly what a bot would say. I don't know. I was thinking like, you know how you hit a little web page and like you got the little check mark thing that says I am not a bot. I'm not sure how the fuck that works, like how nobody has been at, and I'm sure that they have, but what if you could somehow trick the YouTube system or whatever, like a voting system? This is what I was thinking. See, I have a means to create votes, right, on videos and stuff, and I would think that it could be something as simple as making a video that's got a vote on it, right? And then I'll just say, okay, if you want to be in my fucking chat, if you want to be in my chat, you gotta go to that video and take the vote. I don't know, but then they could reprogram, or they could do shit on the fly. I don't know. Fucking, I'm not sure. Yes. Yeah. There is AI already. Well, I mean, it's not that it's yeah, I'm sure there's nefarious shit in it. So I'm talking to Ty. You'll buy me a coffee person this year? Okay, that's cool. So I don't know. I mean, I'd just like everybody to think about it. You know, hit me an email and tell me what you think personally, privately, if you want to. I don't know. So anyway, it's 4:30 in the morning. I cannot believe I stayed up all night to do this. Well, I don't know, Richard. I don't know what video. I was proposing something like that. Like, I don't know how to do. I'm just saying I can make a video with a vote, like, and I can create multiple choice answers and stuff like that. Think of it like the web, when you go to the web page and you got to check mark the box to prove you're not a damn robot. Well, something like that I could understand, or that would probably work, where I could just make a video and put in like a voting thing, and the video ask you a trick question or something like that only a human would get, and which would give you a key to get into the live chat or something. I don't know. 3 varieties. 1, a bot. 2, a drone, unconscious human. 3, a conscious, awake man with an original thought. Ask what love is. Robots have no soul. Well, the voting thing that you can do through on your video is like, you can ask a question. Do you believe in Santa Claus? And then you can put like answer 1 yes, answer 2 no. And then as people vote on it, right? As people vote on it, it'll show after you click yes or no, then it'll show you the percentage of people that answered yes and the percentage of people that answered no, but not how many. Okay? But let's just say you made the question, please go to link, but then they're saying that this software is really understanding now. So that's the problem, is you're relying on the infrastructure that the bots can actually understand. Y'all get the quandary here? Whenever you think you're outsmarting them, it's like you understand. Well, no, if they can do that, then they can certainly make it work for that. I mean, it might work for a little while, but they'll be on top of it, and it won't be anything that you can do the type and thread of numbers and letters to proceed. Anyway, yeah, I'm so tired. I can't think about it anymore. My mind is fogged up. Yes, the government is evil. Bots can't go against themselves. That's a good one, Joey. That's a good one. I hear you, Eugene. Well, it is the worst broadcast on YouTube. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, is you can't set the vote up like that. I don't know. I just say maybe on your channel, just make a blank video. Just make a blank black screen video, put it on your channel, and then go in there and look at it yourself and see what's available. And maybe we can work through this. Maybe we can figure out a secure way to secure ourselves from the fucking bots. I'm getting off of here. Joey, we've been up all damn night. I'm going to bed now. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Anyway, y'all have a good day today. I'll see you later.